It is another A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha is here. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to discuss the hot topic of ant farms.
All right. It's Ant Friday.
It's Ant Friday.
Man.
It is now Insect Friday, Arachnid Fridays. And today we're dealing with bull ants. And my daughter has an ant farm that she's had since her birthday, which was in July.
Okay.
Her and her grandfather went and you use this little tube. You put this like little see-through tube with, I think, like a little food on the end of it into the ant mound, and then they crawl in the tube. Then you plug both ends, and that's how you get your ants, right? They don't come with ants anymore. They used to come with ants.
Oh, they have to get your own ants?
You have to get your own ants, which I thought BYOA, it was ridiculous, but you do have to BYOA. And because they used to, Uncle Milton, still same company, Uncle Milton's Ant Farms, they used to send you, like you would send away for ants, and then they'd send you ants.
I wonder if the U.S. Postal Service or whatever.
Hey, dog, we ain't shipping your ants from. They're like, enough of the ants, man.
They didn't want ants in the mail because something inevitably
snakes on a plane, ants in the mail
would happen, and the ants would get out, and then you got a problem. Is that?
And you got ants in your pants. That's how it works.
Or they just die all the time.
No, I mean, we did this before, and hold
on, if you can ship a plant, you can
ship ants.
Let's
try shipping some ants to our listeners. If you want some ants.
Oh, bees in a box.
Bees in a box. Write that down. That's one of our better.
Bees in a box.
Let's call it bees in a box, but let's make it an NFT. It's not real.
All right, yeah.
You know, I hate the world right now. I hate everything in the world right now. I hate bees in a box, NFT. It's not even real. Are they real bees in a box? No, it's a digital bees in a box. Go F yourself. Go F the world.
We should sell an NFT of digital bees in a box and then put it for auction, and then Tactical Hat will pay $300 for it.
Somebody stupid will buy. Not Tactical. He's not stupid. You know what I mean. But anyway, so her and her grandfather use this see-through tube. They plug the ends. They've got bull ants. So this is called a gigantic ant farm.
Okay.
And I think
how big is it?
It's like this tall. It's like, what is that? About a foot?
Like 15 inches?
Yeah, like 15 inches tall and probably about 2 feet wide.
All right.
And there's like beach sand in there. So they dumped all the ants in there. And then the ants, like if it's just standing up in one night's time, these little MFs just get the getting. Like, they are dig crazy. They're making tunnels all over the place.
Okay. Well, do they just naturally, instinctually make tunnels?
Apparently, yeah. So they just started going. So now
they reproduce, or does one turn into a queen?
Well, I'll tell you what happens. So she had this one ant named Biggie. He was the biggest bull ant, with the big features, not the little ones that bite you that sting crazy fire ants. Not those. We get the big boys.
Thick.
You get the thick. We get
thick
the
boy.
Yeah, we got the thick boy.
Yeah.
So she had this one named Biggie. He finally dies. And we think they're all gone. Well, I looked in there today, and apparently for the last 2 weeks, I've thought there were no ants. No, there's one left in there, and he's alive. And I've been calling him Jerry. So we have this one ant in there named Jerry. My question to the show
what is he doing?
I don't know.
Well, did he stop digging?
No, there's still some digging being done.
We have to feed him.
I still put a drip of water in there every week, and I still put a fleck of bread crumb in there for Jerry. Okay, My question to you is, how long will Jerry the ant live alone, and should I go out later today and try to get him some buddies? And if I put the buddies in there, will they start attacking him? I would imagine if I go out here to this field and I get some more bull ants.
Yeah, they're from a different mound.
A different gang, right? I put him in there, they'll just start beating him up.
I know something about bees, and from what I know about bees from my brother-in-law telling me he's a beekeeper.
Yeah.
And,
he's in a honey business.
I know when you split a hive, you split the hive, and then they will instinctually know to make a queen for themselves, right? And then
that's what we thought was going to happen with Biggie, but nobody seemingly had a role. They would all pack. You'd see them carrying the crumbs. They go get the bread and get the crumb. They go get the water. But you never really look in there and see one with wings, or oh, that's the queen. It was nothing like that.
But I think if once they get a queen, and then they won't interact with other ant mounds, or at least bees that will work like this. Like they'll
I don't
attack
know.
each other. I
That
think,
was my question to you
because
guys.
of pheromones or something.
My first question is, how long will Jerry, the single ant in an ant farm, live? And my second question is, if I put new ants in there, am I just killing him for the, I guess, the pleasure at that point of the other ants that I'm putting in? There'd be no need to attack him. Or will he just be like, hey, what's up? You here? All right, get a shovel. Let's go.
Or maybe I heard that some bees will.
We're not talking about bees, Tom.
I don't know. The only thing I know about is bees.
They do kind of act the same as far as how they work together.
How many ants should I have in my ant farm? Because that's another question I had.
That
Because
is a
there's a
good
lot of
question.
dead bodies in there. Should I take the dead bodies out?
Because you need.
Won't they eat the...
No.
No?
Because it's like an ectoskeleton. It's just they're all just laying in there in different forms. It looks like the hallways of any hospital. It's just bodies piled up.
Around 100 is a good amount, it says.
100? I can't get 100 ants.
That's what it says.
I can get maybe 12.
Because to split a beehive, you need a certain amount of bees to create a new ecosystem. So you can't just get 5 bees and they'll create a whole new hive.
Well, that was my plan, was to get 5 ants or, or a few more, put them in there and have them.
How long have you had? You said you've had
Since July.
Isn't there instructions?
It's about well, they say they can live up to 3 months in your ant farm. So these things don't last very long.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it
Man,
says.
I was kind of thinking it might be like a plant where I could start producing ants.
Well, they'll start regenerating, but they need to start laying eggs, and they need a queen.
That's what I want.
Do you have a gel colony?
No, I'm old school. I run a sand colony.
Because these insects, like bees too, a lot of people like worker bees, they work themselves to death in like a week or something, and then their wings just fall off and they die.
Yeah.
And then they're just making more and more bees.
Like, I can barely tell which ants are alive and which ones are dead. You know what I mean? Like, and then Jerry, he's in there and he's moving real slow. I think he's
It's by the end of
Are
his
they
life
sitting
cycle.
by a window in direct sunlight?
Yes.
You got to move that thing.
Oh,
you're killing them.
Where are they supposed to be?
It says you should avoid constantly moving or disturbing the colony, but do not have them in direct sunlight.
Yeah, I go up to it and I shake it like an
Move
etch-a-sketch
it only when
every
necessary,
day.
and try not to shake it during transport.
No, I don't shake
Humidity levels of your colony should be adjusted according to the type of ant that you keep.
Bull ants. Look up bull ant colony.
Yeah, how many bull ants you need to make a colony? Because you need to get a certain amount.
It says a mature one is 100. A mature colony is 100 or more.
That's too large.
Well, that's a mature, but I'm saying...
I don't want to do a colony. What if I just want to do a village?
How many can you make to produce the colony?
How about just like a cove? How much for a cove?
Or will they start like reproducing and like make a queen for themselves? Or like that's what you need.
It's chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. You can watch our live stream every day. We're damn proud of it. The chat room is being highly...
How do you water the ants?
I put a little drop in there. The chat room is just roasting Jerry the ant. You guys are insensitive and mean.
There's got to be a YouTube Ant-Man, right?
I never thought of that.
Oh, for sure.
I never thought of that.
There's tons of them.
But I need entry level stuff, man. I need somebody to help me do that. Can I buy ants? Can I buy 100 ants?
Oh yeah.
Around here locally, who's got ants?
Locally, I don't know.
I just want to buy a cup of ants.
Well, you can get some that are not alive at the Asian market down the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, you can get anything there.
Yeah, it's like you walk in. What do you want?
Yeah. You can get a roasted goose, but if they roasted it with the
beak on,
the beak and the legs.
Well, you leave the beak on, it gives it more flavor.
you roasted his feet.
Well, you have to roast the goose with its beak on. How are you going to hang it in the window? You're going to hang it by its beak. They put the hook right through its beak.
So, for sure, you can go on YouTube, and there's probably a YouTuber that is...
I'm the Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's some ant guy with, like, autism that has these ants and puts, like, webcams on them and then teaches people how to maintain an ant farm and then probably has a giant one. Anyway, and then he, makes some money.
I went on there, but you have to like pound your hands to ask questions on TikTok now, and I don't know all the dances.
Does Maisie even care about the ants?
No, she hates it. I kind of became mine after it was gifted to her by, I believe, her grandparents, and then like she liked it for the first day. Once Biggie died, she did cry. That was a little weird. There are times in my parental life where I do want to turn to my daughter and go like, "You're crying over an ant dying."
How many?
But she's sensitive.
How many of these get your kids these pets are
educational toys get punted into the trash?
Well, no, I'm just saying more about the parent wanting the fantasy of their kid really enjoying the pet or the ant farm or the snake or the iguana, and how much it
I
is
got
the
Ricky
kid.
a globe, and he just absolutely loves it.
Because
I just want to smash that globe over the parent's head.
my boys, they're unique in the fact they're so lazy and don't like and want anything in life. But
I like that.
anytime they bring up any sort of animal, like, oh, we want a hamster, it's always like, you're not really that passionate about
It's
it.
a half-hearted. Like,
And then I'm like, do you want a hamster? Do you want to play?
Get him a little robot hamster.
Is it like
Nintendo.
this? Is it like, do you want a hamster? Like, they're like, we want a hamster. And you're like, you don't want a hamster. And they're like, yeah, right. Is it like that? Is it like that?
They're not that passionate about it, so I'm like, I'm not getting you nothing because
I'm not getting you nothing.
they don't really want it, and we're gonna a stinky animal in our house.
It
Why do we
says
want
you
that?
can purchase 25 to 30 ants from your local pet store to start. And then you're supposed to help them. It says you can put like a heating pad underneath the thing
I
to
ain't putting
regulate it for better reproduction.
A heating pad.
Yeah.
Because you need
My
to
God.
trick them into knowing that it's like spring, so they'll start reproducing. It's like a weed plant.
Okay.
You got a
And
12 on, 12 off.
you are supposed to get the ants from the same single colony, or they will kill each other.
Oh, so
And
if
they
I-
need to be the same species.
So if I put other ants in
Ant
there,
Wars.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
Ant Wars. I'm gonna put this on Twitch. Is that would they allow that insect fights? Probably not. This
Some-
is animal abuse.
Oh yeah. Something my wife would
Oh.
be emailing you. Some
But I will say,
animal care.
I will say that I'll walk outside, and if there's a praying mantis on the sidewalk and a bunch of fire ants have drug it down and it's moving slowly, like, help me, I will stand there and watch it die.
oh my God.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's just an insect.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
he's like, help
I can't watch
me.
that.
And I just sit there and I look at it, I'm like, man, look at them little guys just eating your legs.
Watching insects die is the easiest life form
To watch die.
Trees. Trees first.
No, I would say
You can cut down a
watching-
tree off, zero remorse.
Grass dying?
Watching
Anything.
radio interns' dreams die is pretty fun.
Oh.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Seeing the people around town that still want to be on the radio is pretty fun to watch too. That's pretty fun.
I'm just saying, insects, they don't really react like they're dying because they
No.
don't have any emotion.
Like I told
or-
you, I can't tell the difference between Biggie the ant being alive and Biggie the ant being dead.
I don't even know if they have any pain. I don't know how their brain works. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's seemingly when you rip their legs off or whatever, they just sit there.
They
and
just
they're
stop.
Like, yeah.
They don't even like. There's no noise.
Yeah, they're not freaking out.
flailing.
Yeah.
They're real slow. They're doing exactly what they were doing, which leads me to believe that they're not real.
Or they're just, they're totally built on instinct.
Yeah.
And they have no concept
Programmed
of life
for
or death.
digging.
And then they just dig until they die. And then them dying is no different than them being alive. Right? It's
Yeah.
like, it's a totally.
It feels the same in their
alive,
mind, yeah.
dead. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel sorry for them. You don't have to worry about their pain. I'm pretty sure
No.
it's just alive or dead is equal.
Yeah,
Right?
I
Insects.
completely agree.
I guess you start getting into like tarantulas or whatever, like bigger ones. Maybe they.
Well, it's got fur on it.
How often
It's-
you feeding these guys?
How often?
Yeah.
Once a week, I think is what it said.
Really?
Yeah, in the directions
This
it said
says
once.
once every 6 hours during the day.
No, I ain't doing that. It's not a dog.
Okay.
My wife, I guess, does, but I think she's lying. I think she just does it out of principle. But
I flush roaches while they're alive, while they're running on the top of the
no,
water.
yeah,
I love
roaches.
doing that.
Well,
You can give them soft-bodied insects for protein,
Like a worm.
like a cricket. Yeah.
does
Worm.
anybody have compassion for insects?
Oh, I'm sure.
I do. Depends, unless
really?
it's a spider.
Like you don't have
Yeah, I
compassion.
don't care.
You don't have compassion for ants, right? Like
I mean, as long as they're not attacking me, then all bets are off.
But compassion is different than like not caring and leaving them alone.
Right.
Like compassion means you'll go out of your way or like not try, or if you killed it or hurt it, that you would feel sorry that you did
I'd
that.
feel bad, yeah.
I think the real entry level.
Unless they're in my house.
I think the real. I think the entry level where you have compassion animal is bird, because bird is the one that you have to decide when you see it. Is it injured enough for me to take it somewhere and get it help, or am I just going to look at the injured bird and go like, oh, that sucks?
Well, that's anything,
you have
right?
to
Like
decide.
People take birds for help.
They will. I
squirrels,
think
moles,
birds-
Well, yeah,
raccoons,
But squirrels,
mammals, yes.
little rodents.
I think
What about reptile lizards? Like
No.
I saw one the other day that was paralyzed, and I felt so bad.
I stepped.
I didn't know what to do. What do you do?
I stepped on a lizard, and he was under my foot, and he ripped his own ass off
Oh.
and ran away from me, and I felt horrible.
Okay, so lizard is
I felt horrible. He had a red ass as he was running. No, he was probably fine because I think that's what it's designed to do. I think it's designed for me to step on his tail, and then he rips his ass off and runs away. And
his tail, yeah.
It'll come back, right?
Yeah. It will come back. It did what it was supposed to do. That is his airbag deploying, right? And it worked like a charm. But man, I felt bad because
it probably won't live.
Oh.
I mean, it will grow back.
Oh,
I don't know.
you're making me feel bad now.
It just there's a millions of it's fine.
Oh,
It's
they're
like,
everywhere. It's hard not to.
We're
There are
overpopulated.
so many lizards in Baldwin Park in the Jasmine that it is extremely hard to walk.
It's a war zone when you're trying to go to Publix.
I step on one lizard a day.
Oh my God.
Every day I step on a
I
lizard.
tiptoe.
It's all.
I know you. And you're tall. It's hard for you to do that.
What's funny is that we have these conversations of what we feel bad for,
Like
and
the billboard where it goes all the way to cow,
we're
and you're like, that was
yeah,
good.
yeah. But then it's like you go up from that, and then you get into like wild boars and things like invasive species. And the farmers and the people that like hard ass real men that are around this, they look at those boars the same way we look at cockroaches, where we don't even care about their.
You can't flush a board though.
Like we're not like but
I've tried.
They should try to kill as many as possible because they're ruining the land and they're not natural
That'd be a
to
great prank. I'd like to release.
But we can't. We see it and we're like, oh, that seems like over the. You're shooting them with machine guns.
It would be a great prank to capture a boar, and then stuff its snoot full of gunpowder, and then leave it in Butler's living room, and just watch it twirl and snoot.
Go crazy.
Just watch. I would like to watch it tusk snoot his TV off the wall. That'd be fun, right?
You feel bad for fish?
I do feel bad for fish. When we lose a fish,
I feel bad. Yeah.
Like,
and then a shrimp tear it apart, and you guys are all like, "Yeah, rip its eyeballs out!" And I'm like, "You guys are."
Do you feel bad for
heathens.
shrimp?
It's the crabs.
No, the shrimps are the bullies.
No, it's the crabs that eat the last time that last shrimp was eaten by that beehole.
Yeah, but he's been eating fish left and right since the day he got here.
Do you feel bad for the beehole? Like
no.
Okay,
An anemone?
like coral or anemones.
No.
Like
coral doesn't count if it doesn't
snail?
have eyes.
You feel bad for snail?
Oh, so it has to have eyes.
I think I think it does have to have eyes.
What if it's a mole? Moles don't have eyes, right?
They have them. They're just useless.
Yeah, they're cloudy
Do they
white.
have 'em?
Yeah.
There's something. Yeah. They're like some sort of thing that doesn't work anymore, but it's there.
And I think on my deathbed, I will assume the look of a mole.
Moles are disgusting.
Yeah,
Have you
moles
seen
are
one?
disgusting.
I saw one in the smoking session of
Smoking session.
a section of
When
Clear
did you
Channel.
have your smoking session?
When I used to go
got
down,
crazy last night?
When I used to smoke, I'd go downstairs and
Go down and smoke with the moles, you idiot. All right.
I was like, what the hell is that?
I remember this. He was down there
I called
smoking,
you down.
yeah. He called me. He's like, "There's a goddamn alien down here." He's like a redneck trash person.
And then it was a mole.
They're
that-
cute, though.
No, not cute. It was they're vile.
it had-
They're
They got
disgusting.
cute little snoots.
No, their snoot looks
and
like
it's got weird long,
The little
it's got
claws.
long
gross
fingers.
claws. Yeah, finger claws, and it
Looks like the girls get their long nails
It's
done.
got,
yeah.
it's
Pointy
got
at the end.
hands like Slender Man.
Vampire
And it's got
nails.
a little pink nose, and it's
It's
blind.
gross.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
and it molded its way out of the ground in onto the asphalt, and it was
And
trying
it's like,
to.
God, there's a lot of nicotine out here. Oh.
It was trying to find its way back to doing some molding.
Yeah, so we
And-
burned it with a cigarette and ran back inside. No.
and it was gross. There's a lot of things like that. Possums, they're gross.
Platypus.
Oh,
Never
I love
seen
a
a platypus.
Platypus, I thought they're mean as hell, right?
I don't know.
I
don't
think,
know the
look up, I
behavior.
looked at it. I believe a platypus is mean as hell,
Dude.
and it will claw and it will duck chop your face
You
with
know,
its bill.
like there are still some places where you could see wildlife, like Florida wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see it now, it's sad that we just.
Oh, yeah, I guess they're pretty dangerous, and they have venom in their hind foot.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
not
yeah.
know that.
They'll.
I mean, if it looks like that and it's got a venom feet, we can kill him, right? I think you should just whack that thing dead.
It lays eggs,
Yeah,
and
get
it's
out of
got
there.
a
You don't
venomous.
know what you are.
It's weirdo.
Yeah, you don't know what you are.
Anyway, the last time I went to King's Landing, we saw otters, and they
They're
were
mean,
like,
dude.
I mean, they're fine. They want to get away from you, but
We had a rabid one in Baldwin Park.
when they get rabid, they'll attack you.
Oh, they'll get you good.
But they were like swirling around, laying on their back, and then they're running. I was like, oh my god! Like it's it's so unbelievable when you see wildlife that it's sad that it's so unbelievable because we never see it. You know what I'm
saying?
It's
like when a cardinal lands in a tree, I'm like, a bird and it's red! It's red!
You should go hiking every once in a while. I see animals all the time.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like a otter or something rare, like a Florida panther. My pop-up used to see Florida panthers. Like, who the hell sees that anymore?
I've only seen one, and it was in captivity.
Yeah. No one
Never
sees
seen one in the wild. Never seen a bear in the wild.
Me either.
Well, people see them getting their trash.
I've seen deer. I've seen a fox.
You're right. Like the only bears people see are
trash bears.
In their trash bears in their backyard, like raccoons.
That's not a real bear. Florida bears. I think we can all agree that Florida bears are just not real bears.
They're just giant brown raccoons that get in your trash.
Exactly.
Like
grizzly. Now that's a bear, or Arctic. What is it? Like a polar bear. Now that's a bear.
They'll kill you in a horrible way, though.
Yeah. They do that move where they shake you like a dog shaking a rope toy.
Yeah.
And you're lifeless at that point because your neck snaps, and then they'll just start pulling your innards out.
Besides from being on a tour where they take you, because we saw some cool things in Alaska.
Sharks. I've seen sharks. That's probably the weirdest thing I've ever. And I've touched sharks. I've had them bump into me.
Yeah. Although it's a tour, they bring you. I'm saying, like, what's the most rare animal that you've seen? Just
not on a tour.
Not where they take you to see it. Just like, you know, I guess
prairie dog.
You gotta walk around the wilderness to see
prairie
these
dogs.
That might be the only one that I can think of.
I saw prairie dogs in
Colorado. That's where I saw them too.
Yeah, right next to your house. Remember, we go out there, amazing.
And I wanted to capture one and bring it home with me.
They're so cute, and they're little, and they're fast as hell.
They are fast.
They're so fast.
I think that's another invasive species.
They are, yeah.
In like Texas, they go out there and kill them like cockroaches.
They're killing them in Colorado to build more structures.
I do not shoot animals. Never have. Probably never will. I said probably. You never know. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Not for fun. Not on the table for me, right? But the way that those little things pop up and move, I can see where it would be very fun to use a BB gun or something and shoot them. I can see where that would be fun because they're little and they're like, ding, ding. It's like being at like one of those. Remember when
Whack-A-Mole,
or like a shooting gallery at Disney, the one that's like it's lights.
Yeah,
they are cute looking.
They're
hard
to
pull the trigger.
Hard to pull the trigger on
when you're looking through the scope of your AR. But these real men cowboys, they do not care because they're cockroaches. To them, they ruin the land.
They're killing the crops.
They're invasive. They're bad for the environment locally, and they need to kill them to actually help the environment. But it's hard to get
breaking news: Ronaldo going to Manchester City. What?
Really?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I wonder with all these moves,
that kind of sucks for Arsenal.
Is it just they're getting to the age kind of like Tom Brady?
They can do whatever they want.
Well, that and also there's how many more years do you have?
Not much.
You're talking like 5, or
maybe
less.
A little more if you decide to come to America, but it still is a step down to come to America.
Well, yeah, and I'm saying your peak performance is behind him, right? It's like he's not gonna come up. He's not gonna get better. He could maybe maintain and slow decline, but like that's where you're at right now.
Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, both of them are. I mean, I guess you'd have to say they have peaked already, right?
Yeah.
And they're just maintaining a really high level at this point.
Yeah. Or on the decline, even with like Tom Brady, he's not as good as he always was. You won a Super Bowl, but if you look at all his stats, they've been on the decline, just like every human.
It was interesting how they kind of addressed that in the new Madden video game because they give you the opportunity to choose like some of the perks of pre-ordering the game. You get to choose between a Patrick Mahomes player, like a playable character, or a Tom Brady playable character. And the Patrick Mahomes character is obviously better than the Tom Brady character.
Yeah.
But the Tom Brady character, I think, comes with certain things that you would look for in an extremely decorated veteran, like just unshakable confidence, doesn't get icy veins, doesn't get nervous in any situation. he may not have all the firepower, but his mind is better, and he'll be able to read better, adjust his throws better. It's pretty cool that they've added that in there now as a bigger component to the game.
Speaking of Tom Brady, I just saw a article about him talking on how it was more difficult to recover from his knee surgery he had. I don't know if you guys heard that, but like after the Super Bowl, and he kind of did it in where it wasn't that publicized.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
He got I believe his MCL. He had a torn MCL or ACL, whatever one that's not as bad, because he played through it, and everybody was like, man, to play through that and win the Super Bowl is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
although
crazy.
He ain't running anywhere, but he had the surgery, and he talked about how it was harder for him to recover. And when I saw that, I was like, of course it is. He's 44 years old. Like, he's not bionic human. He's not, there's no supernatural ability.
You can only do what you can do.
Yeah. So, of course it's harder for you to recover. And I wonder if that is going to hinder him in any way. Again, but I guess not, because he played with it torn last year, and he's not running anywhere. So all he needs is to stand there and throw.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter, I guess, right?
And don't
you
they
just
say
need your legs to hold your body up to throw the football.
Right. And even though this heals slower, don't they say that after you've gotten this done, that you'll
You're
probably
stronger,
be stronger? So
Yeah.
if he can just do what he did last year, even if it's just a little bit less, he'll still be fine, right?
I wonder, though, but you got the best trainers and the best science and everything. That's where, I constantly remind myself, you start trying to compare a normal human or normal people to these athletes at the top of their game. And it's you forget that you have the best doctors on call, literally treating you by the week.
Not to
you know what I'm
mention-
saying? They're treating your healing process daily or whatever.
We have to heal, like Joe Average or Joe Dad, let's say. Joe Dad has to heal while still maintaining his job and going to pick up kids and do everything else with his family. He doesn't
He's drinking.
he's drinking. He's stressed out. He's got diarrhea.
With his Vicodin.
Yeah, he's covering himself in biofreeze. He's also not getting sleep, which is probably the number one thing you need to heal. So what does Tom Brady do? He gets a surgery, and they're like, "Sir, we're gonna."
He's sleeping in a hyperbaric chamber.
Physical therapy.
Yeah, he goes to bed when he wants to and gets up when he wants to, which nobody else can do, right? We can't do that.
No.
Dude, all these extreme athletes now have, and they spend their own money on it, personal, doctors, masseuses,
For sure.
Have you seen the
physical
guys that are buying
therapists.
training facilities? Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Where they're actually buying homes, Sam. It's like a secondary home, like near their actual home, but it's only for
a training facility.
Weights, shower. They just turn it into their own little personal
compound.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they
You put the sports science in there and stuff because if you look at it, you're like, all right, well, I'm going to invest $1 million in here to make.
They're doing it with kids now too.
To make another $5 million in my career. Russell Wilson talked about doing it, where he spends $1 million a year on his own personal staff. Of people that he trains with every day.
He's got a
365 days
or something, right? Doesn't he have he's like a pharmacist that literally concocts vitamins specifically for his DNA?
They're testing his blood every
I
week.
take a one a day, a Costco brand, one a day.
He's eating the specific foods that are best for his body and digestion. It's like you get to a certain point, you're it's so far
EJ's
beyond.
saying it's $3 million he spends.
Well, I don't trust EJ.
Yeah. Fake news.
Yeah. I had heard $1 million on Bill Simmons' show.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. And so then with all of that, it's a lot easier to maintain and to rehab and all that stuff. Still, though, 44 after a surgery.
Let me throw. We got limited time. I wasn't even looking at the clock. Let's throw it. I'll throw a couple voicemails at you guys, and we'll ease out of a Friday and into the weekend. This is a hot topic. Let me know where you're at on it.
Tom Van needs to speed walk race Grifton Chess. Please make this happen.
That's like one of 3,000 voicemails we got from people that want you to
She's
speed
got some
walk.
health issues right now, but once she's recovered.
better.
Yeah, she does.
When she's back at her feet and peak speed walking, because
I think she's gonna blow you away, dude.
Because I'm not.
She's very fast.
I'm not gonna Mayweather it and only take the fight when my opponent is at its weakest or aged up out of there. Or, what I'm saying? Like, that's what he did with Pacquiao. It's like, and then you find out Pacquiao was injured and like all this stuff. I want to race her when she's at peak speed walking ability. so that
I can understand that.
so I could prove
It's more
I'm
of a victory.
faster.
More of a victory that way.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the ways that you could get stronger is by eating high-quality protein, Tom.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that my husband and I stopped by Morganic Meats, Morris Family Farms on Saturday. Bought a bunch of beef and all kinds of interesting things that they sell besides meat. The family was so nice, very helpful, and we are going to fry up some of the hamburgers today and a steak and see how it is. I'm sure it's great. But I wanted to let you know it was an awesome experience. We will be going back there quite often.
There you go. Oh, that's
Nice.
a nice endorsement. Thank you. Really appreciate you dropping by there. I, too, am having organic meat tonight. I'm making homemade sloppy joes with,
All right.
with their hand-ground burger meat.
When she said and the other things that they sell there,
Produce.
she said it in an odd way, as if like it's just produce and the
Yeah.
other types of meats and things
Well,
like
yeah.
Big old eggplant.
Yeah, okay.
But she said it like it
Cucumbers.
was a weirdo. Like they sold other
Or are
weird
you
things.
projecting into that?
No, that's how she said it. And the
That's
other
'cause she
things.
did pause, yeah.
I mean, you could have just said and produce.
Would you go right to the gutter?
I
Well,
did.
I don't know why she said it like that. She said it in a weird manner that made it sound like they sell odd things at Morganic Meats and not just meat and
You
produce.
swing through and you can get some. I got ground beef. You get some chicken.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
get some
Baby back ribs,
high quality steak,
brisket,
baby back
pastrami,
ribs, and then
pita
I also
bacon.
got some computer printer paper.
Yeah, it's like she said it like they sell things that
She's
are.
probably just nervous in her mind.
I
went
got.
blank.
I
Or
also
she got something real weird.
Yeah, I got some Scotch tape. I got a fireman's helmet,
What else did you get?
and I got a Dracula.
Leave a
Dracula.
voicemail again and let us know what you got.
I got a box of glow-in-the-dark Dracula teeth. Let's try this one right here.
Hey guys, hopefully I can put this whole baby on board sticker thing to rest. It is for emergency personnel to know there's a child in the car, just in case there's an accident.
Oh,
That
I did
makes
not
sense.
know that.
That makes sense. That makes
now
sense.
I'm okay with it, I
hold
guess.
No,
on.
I mean, there's a wreck. You don't know there's a kid in the car. You see the lady in the front. She's bloody, right? Like, this could maybe not even for emergency personnel, just first on the scene, right? You're looking around. Windows are tinted. You can't see in the back. I could see that. I could see that.
Okay, let me.
No.
I don't want to ask on your point, and
Go
maybe
ahead.
but
that's,
do it because I want you
but-
to.
Okay.
Yuck on the yum, buddy. Yuck on the yum.
They look throughout the car to make sure no one else is in there. They
You
don't
would
need.
think.
They
You would
don't
think.
need the
I
sticker.
bet you they've forgotten people before.
No, I mean that's what they do because they don't just rely on like, oh, no baby on board sticker. Not even gonna look in
My
the back
God,
seat.
there's a baby in here. I'm saying it probably has happened.
They look throughout the car and make sure there's no one else in there that's injured in the wreck. They don't need the baby on board sticker. It does nothing.
So are you guys? Do you guys have those stickers?
Hell no.
No.
You bad parents then? Does that make
No,
you bad parents?
I don't think so. I don't want
If we're-
anybody knowing I have a kid.
If
That's
we're
disgusting.
in a horrible wreck and I can't
You're just gonna
scream,
yell, baby.
and I can't scream, there's a baby in here. Like,
And then point to your belly.
like
There's a baby in here.
I assume that they look in the back seat.
I'm gonna put old bitch on board.
It would help if
Yeah.
I died. If I died, it would make me feel bad that if they were like, there's no sticker, let's get out of here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that part of the protocol of a firefighter or a paramedic is to look throughout the vehicle.
It is, but I think it is. I think that is what it's for. I'm not saying it's.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's good.
That's not what it's for. But they said some emergency workers have found it useful.
Okay.
But that is not why it was intentionally made for at all.
So we have a
So
lot
that
of
person lied.
misinformation.
It's
We have
just
a
like
lot of misinformation.
it's just like truck nuts. It's just a thing that that new parents they want to brag to the
Ooh,
world.
Let's do truck
That's what
nuts
I
on
think.
board. signs.
Like don't.
Hold on,
And
write
you know
that
what?
down.
A lot of people that have the baby on board stickers drive like a-holes.
Yes.
And it's like, well, you're not being cautious
Well,
driving,
it's
so
it's
what the hell?
Here's the spoiler alert. It's the baby driving the whole time.
Ah.
It's just to tell the
truck
world.
nuts on board stickers. Let's do that.
By the way, no one cares, but you want to tell the world. It's like the just married. Like, why do you write just married with shoe polish
So
on
I
the
can
back
look
end?
Shoe
like,
polish.
yeah, they do
That's
like
how it
the
used to
white
be,
shoe
yeah.
polish. Yeah. Right?
Or
I did not know people use shoe polish.
Yeah, shoe polish.
that was that's an old man thing.
My God, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Now
EJ uses shoe polish too, or he did until he buzzed his hair down.
Or you write like just graduated on the back. Like nobody cares. The world doesn't care.
Honk, because my child just graduated or whatever.
Yeah. But it's you to brag to everybody because you're a proud parent or you're a proud new parent.
I'm not proud of much of anything.
Yeah. It's not even that much of an accomplishment. Like I said, it's like you did the cream pie.
Yeah,
and
sex
that's all you
and
did.
your wife pooped it out. Right?
I mean, to actually make the baby, like I give all the credit to the mom. She did all the work, but
No, I mean for me,
it's not really that much of an accomplishment.
No,
right?
I would agree with that.
Like, I mean,
it's
Samantha,
gonna-
you got a
Anybody
great-
can have a kid.
Here's what I would say.
Well, not
seriously.
anybody.
Here's
but
what I would say. It's gonna
Graduation is actually more of an accomplishment.
It's gonna
That's true.
happen, right? Yeah, because you can quit school forever and never go back to it. But the baby, whether you like it or not, that thing's coming out of you, right?
It'll force its way out.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't hold it in.
We've never thought about
it's
this
like,
before.
doo-doo.
Yeah, it's like doo-doo. It's just like doo-doo.
Yeah.
It's like the doo-doo that can't be flushed because it never goes away and it won't stop talking. Ah! And it's always up my A all the time and it won't stop talking. It won't stop talking and it won't stop talking.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
You bred a chirper.
I did. Oh, and she chirps. She chirps
yeah.
way better than her old man. I mean, she is. Oh, chef's kiss chirper. She's the best because she's got her mom's organization. She can organize her chirps.
Oof.
By the way, the fact that we get driven crazy by our own kids and they're us, it means that we are annoying to be
Yep.
around.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
Yeah. Like,
Wait a minute.
The things that Maisie's doing to annoy you, you're doing to annoy everybody around you. It's the same thing.
You could have said us.
Me and Tom just sat here non-chirping the entire morning while you got your hair cut.
You could've-
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he was doing. He didn't know what the hell I
That
was doing.
sounds miserable.
It was great.
No talking whatsoever. You guys
No,
just
dead silence.
I
And
threw,
then-
I threw a little Doja Cat on to listen to in the
Yeah.
background.
What did Tom go? What Doja Cat?
He
Then,
didn't say anything.
like 15 minutes before you got here, I was like, "You want to load the thing?" Yep. And we in silence.
In
we
silence, we worked together.
Two
No
old men.
talking. We went to my truck. I got out the pressure washer. I did say, "Can you grab the other side?" Yeah, we got out the pressure washer.
It was
Teamwork.
your dream. It was your dream come true.
We walked all the way to Samantha's car.
All the anger.
I'm like, "Can you grab the other?" And then we put the pressure washer in.
Came
and
back in, didn't say a word.
And then
Nope.
we put the boxes in my truck. No.
Good day?
Yeah. Nothing that we went back to was silence.
Yep, back to silence.
Yeah. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
Okay,
It
I'll
did
be
not-
quiet.
I didn't have to small talk.
When we're done here, we
No,
stopped all
No
that's
this.
small talking, no chirping, no
That's
crowing.
not your way. That's not. This is the way.
Yes.
I wish someone was here to
Trademark that.
appreciate that.
Nobody.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
Oh,
I
God.
I texted Butler this morning. I drove past what I can only assume is a new Mongolian barbecue on Colonial that is named the Mongolorian.
Oh yeah, we talked about
We
this.
did talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I drove past it. It
Yeah.
looks really good.
We should get some for our Friday.
Let's try this one, Tom. This is very important. Almost don't want to launch this voicemail this late in the show.
Hey, Tom, I know the boys are only like 6 and 7 or something like that, 5 and 6. But in a couple years, let's say one of them might get a little chunky max, and they might go to a pool party, you know, take the T-shirt off. Hey, that girl's got her shirt off. You know,
That's a pretty
you gonna
decent impression.
warn your
Yeah.
boys of this scenario, or are you just going to let them fall right into the old van trap? Thank you.
Yeah, he wants to know whether or
Say
not
that.
you're going to get a hold of him early and be like, yo, we have to have the bud talk.
He
Well-
will never tell his boy he has buds.
Well, first,
Because it wouldn't
they-
be Tommy. I don't think Tommy's body shape is, it's like my wife being busty. Not going to happen.
He's a string
yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah.
He's
yeah.
a very
He's gonna
lean,
be,
he's a lean boy.
yeah, a stick bug, and then Max will get the
Jesus
buds.
Christ, it's
you know,
so mean.
although
He likes
Well,
it,
he
though.
may not, because Max, like, he thinned out too. Max looks really
He could be just like beefy.
Yeah, he
you
might
know?
just be beefy.
yeah,
He may not get
well,
buds.
Yeah, because when I got buds, I was drinking Sun
Sun
Kiss
Kiss.
every
Yeah.
day.
That
and
was going to be my reply, is that this is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
different scenario.
Just eating white bread.
The listeners
with
don't understand that
Cheetos.
Crystal's in play. Crystal is in play, folks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, like
it's just fine.
I was asking my mom, like, why do I have buds?
Yeah, 'cause
and my mom's like, I don't know. God made
Have
you
some
that way.
Oreos.
and then I'm drinking a Sun Kiss.
Oreos.
You squeeze your nipple and Sunkiss comes out.
Yeah, my mom never said like, "Hey,
I love Sunkiss.
The Sun Kiss is giving you buzz." My mom thought it was
Yeah.
orange juice. I think she
Yeah.
thought it was
Wow.
healthy. Like, I would come in from running and drink Sun Kiss because
Okay.
I was thirsty.
They're-
Just
they're- okay.
disgusting.
hopefully I'm not getting in trouble for saying this. Yeah. I had a conversation with your mom at one time where Sunkist was being discussed, where she did make a point that there is 5% juice in some of these sodas, and she's like, well, there is some juice in there.
There is some.
And
no, that's what the juice box is for the kids, because I yelled, and my mom's like, I brought the 100% Mott's juice.
The conversation.
And I'm like, that's just sugar water.
Sugar,
and she's like, it says 100% juice. And I'm like, that means nothing.
Okay, this is the conversation that me and Mama Van were having in the pool when she's like, they don't listen to me. This was the whole thing. These are the things I remember.
We heard you, Mom. You're wrong.
I'm listening. I'm saying you're wrong. You're not listening to that.
Now I know where you get it from.
I know. That's true. Get it from my mom.
It's the whole Van circle.
She's not listening to what I'm saying and just living her own truth and just saying the same garbage over and over.
My God.
Living her own truth.
And then my boys are doing it to me. My mom's doing it to me.
It's the curse.
I'm doing it to them.
It's the curse.
They get mad when I talk to them. My mom doesn't, though, because she just enjoys the interaction. Yeah, just telling her long stories. She'll listen to it. She ain't listening, though. She's not talking.
I enjoy it. I was just floating in the pool with her. I'll listen to you.
Yeah. Straight up candy, sugar, Sunkist. Sunny D. I thought that was orange juice.
I did too.
When I got chunky in middle school, every afternoon.
I was like, I have orange juice. Sunny D.
Do you want to know what I was eating?
Not even anything.
So good, though.
Every day after middle school, I'd get on my BMX bike and I would ride to Winn-Dixie, and this is when I got fat. And for probably the next 6 months, every day after school, I would buy with my allowance a Mellow Yellow and a Reese's Cups, the 2 Reese's Cups. Every day. Mellow Yellow Reese's Cups. And then I got fat.
Yep. No one ever told me, like, and this is on me, but that you can't just drink Sunkist and cook it, like that it would even matter with your weight. Like, I didn't even understand that.
My mom did tell me that.
Like, my mom never said, like, don't drink too many Sunkist. Like, limit it to one a day.
You never got the fast food talk?
No,
hell no. Yeah. Like, it was never like, this food is bad for you.
It's just food.
This is good for you.
Yeah.
Like, I understood that, but I was like, well, I'm not eating the disgusting good for you food.
And my dad would both my mom and my dad were pretty good about you're getting a little chunky, boy.
Oh, I tell you.
Yeah. They keep it in check. I mean, a lot of parents. I'm saying.
I'm sure my stepdad wanted to tell me that, but my mom was protecting
that's my baby.
me.
Yeah. Some people hate that though. Some people say you shouldn't say that one way or the other. I'm just reporting on. We were open about
for your health or whatever.
Health.
If you're eating healthy and your body's still like that, then, it could just be genetics or whatever the hell. It's fine as long as you're eating healthy. If you're just drinking Sunkist and white bread and your body looks like that, you could at least tell your kid, like, hey, this contributes to your body looking like that. If you eat healthy and it still looks like that, it's bad genetic, or you're just a transition period.
Yeah.
But if you're eating unhealthy and it looks like that, that could be the reason.
Absolutely.
Like, no one had no clue.
Hey, we got to get out of here. Subscribe on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. Look for us on YouTube, all replays, Tom and Dan Live, and almost every bit of social, Tom and Dan Live. You get the idea. Guys, we will see you Monday.
Welcome back to Corporate Time. How you doing, Pabone?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Could be better over here.
Eric Pabone on the line,
Yeah.
local artist extraordinaire. Hey, congratulations on being nominated in the big weekly awards.
Thank you, man. I didn't win anything, but that's okay. I was very happy for the people who did, and it was cool to be in such good company.
Yeah, man. Congrats on all of that.
Way to bring it up. Way to bring up that he didn't
God,
win.
that he's a loser.
Yeah, like the nominations were a while ago.
I didn't even look to see if he won.
Hold on, you don't congratulate someone for being nominated for the Oscars after the Oscars are done.
Yeah, that was a D-head move.
I didn't know.
I honestly
chirp
thought
chopped.
you were going for like the sideways joke there.
I didn't. I didn't know. I didn't
think
look.
he is. I think
I didn't
Daniel
look, no.
often,
He knew.
He often bullies you
Yeah.
with passive-aggressive
No.
jokes
I never
and then
bully
claims
anyone.
to not know what's
Ignorance,
going on.
No, I
And I'm
know-
like, that's a great joke.
I know
You
what-
bullied him good because you know he knows he didn't win, and you're
That was
making
the
him
escape
think about
plan.
it.
You had it all planned out.
I
man.
thought he got in the top 3. Obviously, I was mistaken.
Yeah, like let's say
It's okay.
congratulating someone for making the Olympics after it's done, like after they lost.
Well, they
Anyway.
still made it technically.
Anyway, so we have a new sponsor, a new brewery partner, Hourglass Brewery.
Brewing.
They won.
Brewing, sorry.
They won first place.
Yes, Hourglass Brewing.
Way to bring it up,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because they won first
I
place.
did it again.
And in their big location, which
In
is in
Longwood,
Longwood, which is a mega complex, by the way.
It's amazing.
I mean,
Video games, pinball machines, axe throwing, all the merch, all the
there's
beers.
food connecting to it.
42 taps, Waco Taco. I mean, it's
it's
nuts.
huge.
Hourglass Brewing.
Yeah.
next door.
10,000 square foot, huge
It's
warehouse
crazy.
of beer. So anyway, they have a small section. It's so big they could do so many cool things inside. They have a little art section, a local art, and Eric Pabone has some of his art pieces there for sale. So when we went by for the axe throwing contest, I saw that, and we were talking to the
Oh,
owners.
these guys know Pabone.
Yeah. And then that got me thinking, because we're always looking for promotions to send our listeners to our clients, because if we can do something cool for the listener, like, hey, thanks for supporting our client and give you something, it's worth it for us, because, and then I look at it like a win-win situation. Hourglass wins by getting the business.
Yep.
Our listeners get some delicious beer and a free giveaway. And then,
Well, it helps us too. Like, there's a
we
positive
get to
for
keep
us,
our
too.
advertiser.
Yeah, but also it keeps us accountable, and it lets us know what we need to adjust, if it's working, if it's not working.
Yeah, because most advertising people pay for, and they have no idea whether it's working or not. It just goes out into the environment.
I mean, I
and
guess
they're
if
like,
you want to count impressions, but I still don't know what that is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna go with bodies. Bodies to me.
spending money.
Yeah, money
that pays
are-
my bills.
At the end of the night, it's like, did we sell a lot of beer? Yes, we did. How many pint glasses that Tom and Dan gave us are gone? Oh,
Yeah.
30? Oh, okay. Well, that I can get
Yeah, I
behind.
can quantify
But
that.
what? One impressions equals 500 clicks. It clicks
Yeah.
equals a thing with a thing.
So when I saw the art section, I was like, it would be cool. Like Eric Pabone has, made a lot of show art throughout the years. How long have you worked with us? More than 3 months?
Yeah, it's been a little while. I want to say it's been a couple of years. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, at
3.
least.
So, I don't like subtly bullying you.
Yeah, you got it.
Anyway, so I thought to myself, like, let's do something with some of the Pabone art that he's created and use it to drive traffic to Hourglass. So I asked Pabone, I was like, hey, do you have any art pieces that we haven't used for like T-shirts or other things that, that you've done in the past that we can make prints of and then give them away at Hourglass? And he's like, yeah, I could do something. So anyway, because I'm busy, I often just approve and say, yeah, make that, go. Like, because it's the only way to get things done. You can't sit there and analyze, like, should we do, like, which one?
Yeah.
It's just like, go, get it done, go. We're on to the next thing.
Faster!
yeah. It's like, because we got to be on to the next thing. Like, we're a small business. We just got to keep moving, right? Big corporations waste time, draw out, have useless meetings
They
that I
can.
hated.
They have enough money to survive like that.
To
We don't.
waste, yeah. So anyway, I'll be honest. When Pabone's like, hey, I got these pieces of art, and we're in the email, I just like, yeah, good. I'm like, get them to Tony. Tell Tony work with Vintage Paper Company, Mark Larabelle.
There you go.
And because he, he'll know how to print them or whatever, and then just get them, and then get them back to you. So
Now, to
A
be
paper
fair,
company
Tom, I
knows how to
told you that
print.
These prints were Tom-centric, okay? Tom-centric means they focus on you, brother. And you got to
Yeah.
understand, this comes from a place of love. So before you elaborate, just know that, okay?
Oh, he thinks you're.
I don't
So,
trust it.
He
I-
thinks you're mad.
Hold-
So you only hand selected Tom art to be showcased at Hourglass?
I didn't tell
That's
you.
correct. That's correct.
I didn't tell you to do that. I just said show art and
No,
pick
so
some
you
stuff.
told Pabone that you wanted a
No.
you wanted an art show around
No.
about you.
No.
And if he did, I don't think this is what Tom meant
Yeah.
because they're not flattering.
So so then all of a sudden I get a text message from Pabone saying, I got the art. I already signed them and numbered, because we're also making them rare in the fact that Pabone's signing each one and numbering 1 through 50. There's only 50 of each, right?
Oh, this is cool.
So that we're only doing the 50 print. So when you go there and, all you have to do is order a beer and then ask for a Tom and Dan print, and you can get one per customer, please. But anyway, so Eric Pabone sends me the pictures. Like, I didn't even know. First of all, I was surprised that they were done so fast because I thought I just said, let's see. Like, I didn't get it. Usually I get an email from Tony saying, hey, here's how much it'll cost.
Right.
I didn't get any of that.
didn't get
I
any of
missed it.
Tony just blowing money left and right over there.
All I saw was just copious amounts of money
My
being
God.
dumped out of our bank account.
So then I was like, hey, I emailed Pabone. I was like, hey, can you send me the pictures? Because
I have no idea what's going on with my company. Yeah.
I have no idea what was even chosen or what they look like or like. I thought this was still under the brainstorming section.
Tony's
Oh, no, it's done.
Tony's
It's
on a
done.
$200,000 Viking cruise right now. He just dumped all of our money into a Viking cruise.
And then Pabone sends me the 3 images, and I don't know if you have them on you, Pabone. You can show
one of
on
them's
Twitch.
behind him.
Yeah. And they're-
I don't have them because I dropped them off at Hourglass today. It's
okay.
done.
Oh, they're there.
well, of the
done.
3 images, one is of me as a Garbage Pail Kid peeing my pants.
That's my favorite one.
And then the other one, as you see in
I'll
Pabone's
send
background,
this to Dan.
Yeah,
is
I can open
of
it.
me. I'm like throwing the bear suit away, and I'm somehow walking. It's embarrassing. And then the other one is of me as an operation character. Daniel's in this one, but peeking over my shoulder. And then there's a bunch of what I believe to be insulting things that are inside my body.
Yeah, we just wrote insulting words all over your body parts. Yeah.
So, and then printed on.
Oh, it's happening.
I know, sorry.
God.
Thick cardboard stock. I was like, how thick is
Yeah,
that?
it's the
A
thickest
book.
cardboard stock they
It's
make.
as thick as my phone.
Yeah.
When I was like,
Jeez.
I told Tony
Yeah.
to make some reasonable price.
Are they on
prints.
canvas? What the
Yeah, I
hell?
was like, how much could paper cost?
Thick as Tony's fingernails or toenails.
And then I was like, these are giveaways. They're not supposed to be like, how much was this a
They weigh
piece?
2 pounds a piece.
Museum quality, Tom.
They're printed
It's-
on the sides. They have like
Yeah,
the
it's like canvas.
Yeah, where the actual print goes on the sides because it's so thick. And then I was like, well, that's not a giveaway price. And then I have no idea how much they cost. And they're all of me making fun of me. Anyway, I blame you and Tony Pabone.
Who's Tony Pabone?
That's his brother. That's
I
Eric's
don't even
brother.
know Tony Pabone. There's Pabone and Tony Pabone.
All right, I love them all together. I like this.
There's Pabone and T-Bone.
So what is it, Pabone? Is it that when I propose this idea to you, like you know, I know you got
Like,
other.
I'll get him.
You've got a bunch of other ones.
I think this is payback
He
because you don't
doesn't-
pay him
he
for half his
doesn't-
art.
Oh, I know. I saw the.
Well, this
I
was
saw
a
the
free-
sheet. Pabone and I were on an email, and he listed up all the art he's done for us, and like which ones
Thousands.
he's been paid for. And I'm like, ooh, there's a lot of empty spaces. This email got a lot of empty spaces
well,
on it.
then you emailed them back, and you're like, you said something. I'm like, no,
I didn't- I
you
didn't-
never tell them. You never tell them we're
I
working
got
on it.
uncomfortable. I was like, this guy's gonna come and kill us because apparently we owe him thousands of dollars.
You just you make them assume that we're too busy and we're buried in emails when I'm just YouTubing how to change the trailer bearings for most of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
The other time,
Yeah.
I'm staring off into space.
Silence. Yeah.
We got some employees they just don't even come to work.
Yeah, I'm sitting there and be like, man, I gotta pay
That's
this
how
car
we-
payment. I'm
that's
waiting
how
on
T-
Tom, though. I know he's swamped, you know, but he'll come through.
Oh man.
So Pabone, in my rationale, I'm like Pabone. He respects me so much as a businessman that he's doing
He's
this
never
as
said that. That's never.
that he's doing this as
No
a
one's ever
tribute to
said
me.
I sent you the
Huh?
the art.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dan, if
like
you
the
wanna pull it up.
greatest compliment is what is it, impersonation or whatever, which I
That
don't
is not.
You know what they say? You know, the greatest compliment is impersonation or whatever.
you know what I'm saying?
You know what they say?
If you make fun of someone, that's the greatest compliment.
You know what they say? You know, you do it in
I've heard that
That's
before.
pretty good.
What means is you're taking the time to
You know what they say?
like Pabone had to draw the pee-pee coming out of my pants. Like that's some work you put into.
I mean,
It's got to be some.
art imitates life, right?
It's got to be
Imitation's
some
the greatest
form.
form of flattery.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it
imitation.
is.
There it is. It's the
That's
greatest-
what
You know
I
what
meant
they
to say.
say? Shame on me, shame on you, shame on them, shame on us.
Tony Pabone.
Now this one is hard to excuse. I got a picture of you coming out of the bathroom from Travis, and he said, "Hey, can you do anything with this?" He said, "Sure."
Again, with the bullying.
I knew it was Travis.
You knew it.
Oh man, I knew he had something to do with
There
this.
we go. I got the art up for everybody to see. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, or search YouTube Tom and Dan Live.
It's all. By the way, too, they're the guys that own Hourglass. They're like, I like to say young business owners, but as I age, like I realize that like the other owners of businesses are about my age now. Especially like new one, but I'm nearly 40, so it makes sense. But I always are intimidated by other owners of businesses that
I
are
always
my
think
age.
I'm younger than everybody.
Yeah.
I do.
But I'm realizing, like, I think they're younger than me, actually. Like, they're in their early or mid-30s.
Yeah.
And these guys are cool. They're beer guys.
And when you're not cool and you're an older business guy and you come into the cool guys to do the meeting, you look like a dumbass.
Yes. And so I want them to respect me because I'm one half owner of T&D Media, and, like, I want to be... the big dog.
Big dog.
Write that down for a shirt.
Right now, and the shirt says, it's like, I want to be a big dog.
With a W.
And a
D-A-W-G.
big, what is it, like a bulldog?
Bulldog, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so when they see this.
Yeah. You think this is going to be like a little embarrassing?
Well, I mean, I don't think.
Fact of the matter is, you peed your pants.
Well, it's the fact that I assumed that they would be like, why are you giving away art of you looking like a clown fool?
Right.
One of them, you actually are a clown, like an operation with the big clown nose.
No, I know, Sam. And then I assumed they'd be like, why would you choose these photos or art to give away as a promotion?
Right.
Don't you want people to respect you?
That's what
Have
they
they
said to
listened
me
to the
when I
show?
grew up, man.
No, of course not.
Okay,
They would never advertise if they did.
Let's go back. I'm going to zoom in on this one.
Oh.
You have
It's like the game operation.
and you have a gummy brain, THC gummy brain. You have a robot heart, mouth marbles, concrete dust lungs, sweet beans. That's written where it could both be your ass or your hand, so you don't wash your hands after you
I think
go.
that's inside the tummy.
Green thumb, mummy bone smoothie, Miami friend syndrome, stiff board legs, and hammer toes.
Yeah.
And then, this is bad stuff, man. And then here's the one you pee in your pants, and it's just gushing out of your pocket.
My God.
Yeah.
Right onto the flip-flops.
Yeah, that's good.
Now,
I like you did get the T&D polo on. Nice.
Yeah, and
Perfect.
you got your hair is perfect.
Swoop is all.
I never realized how much you naturally resemble a garbage pail kid. Like you literally look like a human garbage pail kid.
That's too far.
now,
That's too far.
some would blame me because they would say you approve this because Pabone.
That is true.
But
no,
I blame Pabone because he knows I wasn't looking at the emails, and I just said, "Go ahead, do whatever."
I heart approved this, and what I mean by that is you approved it just like many years ago. They approved.
The winner of contest.
Yeah, that's the magnet pulling.
I think I was at a stoplight and I just saw an email. That's why I answer emails
Yeah, I'm
at
surprised
stoplight.
you didn't reply all. Congratulations. Right?
I did the reply all. Congratulations. Which will come back and bite me in the ass.
It will.
But hopefully I'll be too rich. Just like she did. It was. Take care.
We just told a story.
Yeah.
He and I just
It's
had a
an
moment.
inside joke.
Yeah, we had an inside
That's
joke.
good.
We had a link up. Yeah.
The chat wants to know if these are only going to be available at the Longwood location or if they will also be available at the Curry Ford location.
So
how am I
according
supposed to
to
know that?
Oh,
Jeremy,
okay. I thought you had worked this
He's
out.
splitting them up between the two. Yeah.
Okay, great. So they will be at both locations.
Oh, that's dope, man. Well, congrats, and thanks for always being so cool and being so talented, man. We love you.
Did I, in our email correspondence, did I say I was going to compensate you for this one?
Oh,
or
my God.
This is a freebie, right, for promotion? I said, like, you'll get the promotion, so it's going to be worth it for your time, right?
You said I own 1% of T&D Media. I think is the
I
one
don't even
phrase.
get
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's got that. I don't even have that.
Yeah.
So it's you and Pabone. 99.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Apparently,
But-
Pabone's our
Pabone's
new
the
boss.
1%.
Yeah, he's our new boss.
Yeah, but it's the joke's on everybody. When we die, nothing is worth
Oh,
nothing.
yeah.
Things are worth more, like when the person dies, and
Not
the
us.
realm. No,
Oh,
ours
yeah.
No.
way less, way less.
In fact, you'll be like,
Well,
I'm
owe
glad
money.
that's over.
Yeah. Tax evasion's coming after us.
yeah. All right, Pabone. Thank you for everything. I'm sorry you didn't win the Orlando Weekly
Don't
Awards.
bring it up again.
Don't
Don't end on
I'm
it.
sorry, Daniel.
You can't open and end on it.
Daniel
It's terrible.
congratulated you
Because
for
I
being
didn't
nominated.
read it. You knew and said it. That's
Well,
different.
Well, I'm saying I'm sorry. I mean, condolences for not winning.
It's all good, man. Hey, Tom, thank you for being the butt of the joke. And it is out of love, man. It really is.
There's a lot of
love you
sarcasm.
enough
I don't believe that.
Draw
one bit.
him with a tiny penis. The next time you draw, the tiniest. Draw
That one's already done.
Hold
guess
on, I want to draw him with the biggest nipples ever.
Frog
Tiny
ass.
penis, sagging bulldog ass, corn teeth, a stooge haircut, and then you can do the same to me. Just draw a potato with a hat on. That's me.
Draw me like the cartoonist from the New Yorker draw Trump. It's not out of love. You can't.
No.
Is that a pure hate?
All right, Pabone. We'll talk to you later.
Hey, Tom, can I throw some quick plugs at
Oh,
you?
I forgot about that.
Come
You're
on.
not paying him. At least let him plug himself.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
I forgot.
Hey, go buy some art, artofericpabone.com. Anything you want. Check out my podcast, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, with Joseph O'Rourke and Doug Christ. And if you're an artist, check out superheroprojectkids.org and volunteer your time for a very, very cool organization.
Very cool.
Thank you, guys.
I didn't know you did a podcast about movies.
Are you serious? Butler's been
Sam,
on it.
you're gonna
I'm
be
going
on
to
it
be
in a
on it
few
next
weeks.
month. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Butler's-
literally. Okay.
Yeah, we've talked.
You know what?
About
Not surprised.
That's
this,
a
I think.
that's a cool, unique idea that nobody does.
I know. Thank you. Thank you.
There it is.
That's some good
You draw my
bullying.
baby, I can make fun of you.
That's some
Deserve
good
that.
bullying, boy.
I'm not making it better. All right, Pabone. We'll talk to you later.
All right, guys.
Why everyone you work with do they eventually turn on you? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
It's a thing, though.
It is a thing.
Because yeah. Because remember, right?
Wait a minute. That means eventually I'm going to turn on you. This is a lot like the newest Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Like in a vision, Ingvar, he knows that his brother is going to, or he's going to betray his brother. He knows it. Odin is coming to him in visions, right? Sorry if this is
Yeah.
spoilers. It's been out for a year. But it's like I know I'm going to have to betray you. I just don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah. Like you don't.
It's been foretold. The Oracle said it.
You don't hate me when you first meet me, but over time, I grind you out like
Yeah,
my
that's
wife. And
accurate.
then that you can't stand it.
Did you get that from her?
What, my wife?
I'm trying to grind my wife out. She's a tough old bitch. She won't leave. Like, my wife prides herself on seeing how much of my BS she can take.
Well, that's unbelievable.
And I'm taking it to the limit, man.
I know.
I'm killing myself over here.
All right. Do we gotta go? Or,
I don't know. I don't know what the time
I can't
is.
see the time. I lost track.
Yep. It's
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we're
well,
there.
we got about 30 seconds.
All right.
Butler jumped in the chat just to tell us, I asked Pabone for that garbage pail kid. You're welcome, which we talked about 10 minutes ago. So thanks Butler.
I'm mad about it.
Great job.
You're welcome.
I did the thing that makes you want to fire me. That was me. Sir, if I may, the picture you hate of you peeing your pants, I did that. Hope you like. No, you don't.
I just want to let everybody know.
That's me.
All right. Bye-bye.